Hey babes, welcome to the channel. Today I'm doing a fresh set of Polygel extensions. I will outline the steps in the description box below in case you need a quick reference. I like to start all my videos with a little gem. Today's tip is you don't need top coat if you're using gel polish, and that is without the design. However, you do what you want because that's your business. I will be skipping the last step to apply top coat in this video for part 2 when I apply the design, and then seal with a top coat. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you tried acrylic, polygel, or builder gel and which you prefer. I'm going to show my steps and then throw in some music to kind of finish the rest. All right, let's get started. I have everything you need here, which also comes in the Moral Van kit, with the exception of cuticle cutters, nail clippers. I believe these did come in the kit though, and your nail clipper, and also the magnet, which I kind of discussed in my previous video, which helps cut your nails to a perfect length. I will be using a e-file instead of the file that came in the kit, only because it's quicker. But I did go ahead and purchase the Melody Susie e-file, and I will be using the more economical brand for the sake of this video. I also wanted to give you all a swatch of the 3 Polygel colors. This is the clear, this is kind of the pink and white, and this is like just a solid pink. Now you can't really see much of the white, and which is why I suggest you don't use it on your natural nail, because when it's time to remove, you are going to struggle to determine what is your natural nail and which is the polygel. I would suggest you, like I said, use a tinted color or a color period. The dual forms did come in the kit. I have already pulled out my size so we can move forward with the video. Okay, I have misplaced the cord to my fan. Nonetheless, I'm still going to use it. I can probably use the cord from the UV light. Nonetheless, it'll at least catch all the droppings. So I'm going to start by first trimming and filing my nails down. You probably could leave some of your free edge, nonetheless, but I like to kind of cut mine down just in case the nail does break. It can break at the demarcation line without kind of tugging on my natural nail too much. Make sure you get those sides if your nail is kind of like, you know, wide, because you don't want those hanging out from under your extension. Of course, make sure your tools are clean. You know, we had a little conversation about sanitation in the last video. Now, for the edge, I'm going to use the file just to kind of round it out, but to kind of get that the proper surface for the extension, I'm going to use the e-file. Now, I'm only going to do one hand for this video, just for the sake of time. I'm going to pull it up under for the e-file. All right, so like I said, this is how you lock it in. This is a brand new, what is it called? Why am I, my brain is just bloop. And nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and turn it on a low setting just to get a little grit. And I did take some alcohol swabs and clean down my nail beds. And if you all can see, this is why I say I didn't like that. It's hard to lock in. So let me try to lock it in again. My phone ringing, it is. Lock her in again. See, she's on there, right? Let's see if we can get her to hold. See, she's on there. Y'all see what I'm saying about this drill? You really want to make sure you get along that edge so that the nail will catch. Excuse me, the polygel will catch. Let me call my mother back, because if I don't answer the phone, she's going to come to my house. Hold on, y'all. All right, I'm back. Everything is filed down. I do want to do a little bit better job on this thumb, on the tip. As you'll see, everything has a nice little grit on it. Okay, we're going to, where's my little broom? Knock that dust off. Also going to get an alcohol-free wipe, and again, wipe it down just to ensure that dust is gone. Okay. Now I can probably not use the nail dehydrator because I just used the alcohol, but we're going to use the nail dehydrator. Okay. Then we're going to go in with our primer. Now you do have 3 options when applying your polygel. You can do the manufacturer's suggested application, in which you put your polygel on your fingertip and you kind of use the dual form to then shape it. I personally like to use the version where you kind of fill in the dual form and then plop it on top, not plop, but apply, then put it on top of your nail to then cure it. And then there's also a third option where you can use a tip and kind of use it in the same way you use acrylic. But like I said, I like to use the version where you use the dual form, put it on top of and spread it out. We're going to go through that. Nonetheless, the next step is to apply the base coat. And I know in the previous video, I also talked about using polygel versus acrylic because of the fumes associated with the monomer. That's a very strong film, and even with using the polygel, the smell will be in your house for quite some time. But monomer was really going to knock you out. So you were supposed to wait 10 seconds between your nail prep, your nail dehydrator, and your primer. And then once you apply your base coat, you're going to cure for, is it 30 seconds? No, you cure for 1 minute. Next, we have to get our dual form. I am going to apply the Polygel. Now this is 71% alcohol. Like I said, it did come with slip solution, but I've used it all. So use the next best thing. Like I said, you want to make sure you get your sidewalls. And this is way too much polygel. Way too much. Where's my little paper towel? Make sure you get your sidewalls. And you do want to make sure you have enough for your apex. It does have enough space in the dual form for a nice apex. Now let's see how she's going to come out. Now I haven't done a set in quite a while, so pray for us. So after this, I'm going to apply that, and then I'm going to kind of clean it up and see how we go. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. It does come with a clip you kind of apply. You want to make sure after you do that, like I said, you clean up your cuticles. You don't want them to kind of bleed out. You want to make sure you kind of smooth out your underside as well. Let me see if that, make sure that's in frame for you all. It's probably really a bad angle. But make sure you smooth that out. And like I said, you can kind of manipulate this a lot because the polygel will not harden on you. Do your best. And then we're going to cure for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Okay, now I've done this before and I had this little white stuff on the side. I believe that's like because it didn't cure, it's too much alcohol. I don't really know, but let's grab us the alcohol-free wipe and wipe that off and see what we can do with this nail. Okay, so you just swiggle it, wiggle, 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 and it should pop off eventually. Boom. Okay. So now you can see where there's some product spill. So we're probably going to have to figure out how to clean up in a way that it makes the nail nice and neat. We are going to take now, I don't know what length I want to go. Let's see. It's clearly too long, still too long. Let's go. This is 5 notches. Let's go with 3. that down. Use our nail file to smooth that out a little bit. Now, I'm usually very much an almond girl, but today we're going to stick to round. Let's see if we can clean this nail up a little bit. Let me see if I can grab another nail bit to kind of clean out the cuticle because it's kind of flooded a little bit. So you all get to see the mistakes I made, or I'm making, especially not doing this in a while. Right? Let's get use our alcohol-free wipe to kind of see what we're working with without all the added nail dust. Like, she's cute, right? But she's a little bulky on that side. Like I said, I want to clean up that cuticle. And the underside she's perfect. Get this more in frame for you all. Just to, like I said, get that clear cuticle. Here too. Now, I do like the safety mechanism with this drill, how it kind of like stops and cuts off, just in case it's like sitting somewhere where it shouldn't hit, like tearing up your nail or some skin. Let's see if we can reach it better. Okay, so we see we have some little gaps, took a little too much off, so we kind of like need to fill her in and probably clean up one of the corners on the underside. But take your time, especially when it's your first couple of times. But she's not a bad looking nail, right? Not bad at all. We're just going to have to do some work, of course, on our cuticles. This one is pretty good. Probably can do a straighter edge. All right, let's see if we can kind of fill in those gaps. Now, somewhere I have a spatula. I don't know where, so I'm going to put a little bit out on the tissue and go from there, just to keep it kind of somewhat sanitary. All right, I'm going to fill in that one little corner. Take the excess and swirl it around to that one little area in the cuticle that has a gap. Now, it may be easier to use acrylic beads. Nonetheless, that's not the route I chose. So if you're expecting perfection the first time around, I'm here to show you that it's not going to happen. All right, gonna kill her. Much better, but now of course we need to file her down just a little bit, or no, let's use our buffer because that's what the buffers are for. Even smooth nail. And again, alcohol-free wipe just to see how clean she is. Now, like I said, I am not going to do the base coat because I do want to put a design on top of her. Okay, let me find some cuticle oil so you can see how she looks. let's talk about it. So the index finger, wait, this is the pointer. Is it the index? So if you look at the bottom of the nail, you see all the product somehow got pushed to the bottom of the extension. So I am going to clean off this nail and come back and reapply. Also, I didn't cure it as long as I should have. I try to cheat. I usually do a minute and a half on the top, flip it over and do a minute and a half on the bottom. Like I said, I'm gonna clean this nail off, come back, apply it again, and we're gonna move forward. All right, babes, I'm back. This is the finished look. Now remember, I did not use the final top coat, so it had that final shine on there. But to take the, remove the remaining from the broken nail, I used the cuticle cutters, the e-file, some acetone, and of course a little bit of cuticle to loosen it really well. I took it all the way down to the natural nail and restarted the process all over again. So that's applying the dehydrator and the primer and so forth and so on. I think it came out really well, I will say. Of course, I still need to do my other hand. You will, use a little bit of excess polish. But like I said, Polygel does not cure or set until you use the UV gel. So you have plenty of time to kind of manipulate and move around and make sure it's perfect before curing it. And I suggest you do that. Apparently, or clearly, I got a little bit carried away when I was working on this finger and moving too fast, and that way it, you see when I found it, it snapped completely off. But now we are set. Stay tuned for the next video where you can see me with one all fingers done, but also I'm going to work on my design. I really thank you all for staying this long and tuning in. Please, again, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.